Today's topic, men are trash. It's a saying that I've seen quite a lot. And so recently it was discussed on a podcast called The Grapevine. We're going to watch the video and react. Here we go.
And I'm of the belief that most, if not many, black men are born into misogyny. And you laughing, but I'm dead serious. And at the end of the day, until that behavior is unlearned, you're going to be trash to me. Every time, like there have been instances where a story of a woman is raped comes out. Here goes a black man, instead of defending your sister, well, I just think she shouldn't have been there. Why was she wearing that? Some of y'all bitches need to learn how to give out your numbers, be more pleasant. Smile. At the end of the day, smile.
Or is she telling the truth?
Right. Yeah.
What was she wearing?
You know, and it's no like, and there are things like that. Like if I'm walking down the street, you don't know what I'm going through that day. A family member might have died. I might have been slapped by somebody, and you just see me. You should smile more, baby. Excuse me, sir. You are trash. Get out my face. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what I'm going through. You can probably say, sister, you okay? But you're telling me to smile because it makes you feel better for me to.
And you're right. Men do say that. I've seen it happen that men say that. You should smile more often. That's annoying as hell. But guess what women say to me? I should smile more.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah, well, they no.
I thought they'd just be like, ah! You know, just like, because they're scared of you. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit scary. But no, they do say that to me as well. They say that to you should smile more. You just have such a beautiful smile. You should smile more often. That's man and woman. And I'm not denying what you're going through because I've seen it happen.
Actually, you just pretty much all lives mattered her. Just saying.
I'm just saying that women are trash too. We're trash. We're human beings.
Go ahead. What do you think about that?
I was really ready to say a whole bunch of shit, but you honestly captured entirely what I was going to say. As far as he held himself accountable, and I really think that I don't bash men saying that y'all ain't shit because y'all really aren't shit, but like it's just really telling y'all to hold yourselves accountable.
So why don't you say men try to hold yourselves accountable
instead of men are trash? Because if you tell me, man, you need to hold yourself accountable for the action that you do, yeah. If I do something bad.
Women are, excuse me. No, what I meant to say is that women need to make better choices. I don't know why you're saying this other line when you could say, all right, let's keep listening.
Which is why when we talk about like, oh, women ain't shit either. Absolutely, there's nobody that is free from fuckery. Like everybody has their own version of it. However, because power leans towards men, the way that men act has an effect on our society. And if we cannot hold men accountable, and we could talk and we try to distract by saying that women ain't shit, you don't fix anything. All you do is distract away from the situation of how you behave and how you act. Because you know that if you have to give that up, that means you don't have a power that you think you deserve.
I want to comment on the response of...
All right. I think I've listened to enough. I think we can all acknowledge that misogyny is a problem. I think we can all acknowledge that women have suffered in a lot of different ways. And I think we all ideally want to come to solutions that best work for everyone. And I can also recognize that, since it's a problem that's persisted for a long time and it's been an extreme problem, maybe your solution was also very extreme with men are trash. And, if you say this to women, they'll be like, well, listen, we're not talking about all men. We're talking about men who are trash. So if it doesn't hurt you, it doesn't identify you, you shouldn't be insulted.
Then don't say man.
If you came out and said Ethiopians are garbage people. Wow. And then I was like, I am offended by that. And you'd be like, well, I'm not saying you're a garbage person, just Ethiopians who are garbage people. Well, Ethiopians are garbage. I don't think people always quite understand the importance of the words that they choose to use to define whatever term they want. There's a reason why when it comes to opening up a business, any marketing firm, like big companies will pay marketing firms millions of dollars to find the right slogan, to find the right words for their ads. Why? Because they understand how that stuff is programmed in our brains and what emotions it evokes. And so you can come here and say that men are trash has this meaning or that meaning, and that's great for you. But we all as a society already have real understandings of what the word trash means. And I just think that it's so toxic for people to refer to other human beings as discardable items, as the worst waste humanly possible. And so when you refer to people as that, like trash is not redeemable. You say like, men, unlearn your misogyny and you won't be trash tomorrow. Like Trash is not redeemable. Trash does not get second chances. Once you become trash, you are discarded to be destroyed forever. And the fact that we refer to other human beings that way blows my mind. Blows my mind. We're not being hyperbolic either. We're actually just saying, no, you are trash. You are B2B. I'm just like, okay, if you want to cast those aspersions on everybody else, feel free. I just think it's not the smartest way to engage in this conversation. And it really sets people off on the wrong path. You know, if I was to look at what's happening in Chicago and I'm like, well, that's evil blackness. The term evil blackness, even though it may actually properly represent to some degree what's happening over there, it's still a bad term to use because blackness isn't inherently evil the same way masculinity isn't inherently toxic, right? But if you frame it that way, of course people are going to program in their brain that way because it's not good marketing. And so I would just tell people to, you know, like one of the girls earlier said, you know, men are trash just means like men, hold yourself accountable. Then just say men, hold yourselves accountable, and people won't have an issue with it.
I can't have an issue with that. I mean, you have to hold yourself accountable no matter who you are and what you do.
100%.
You do something bad, you do some doo-doo, you got to pick it up.
Right? So I don't know why people engage in this kind of language. Like, for me, it just seems like people use these terms because it simplifies whatever the problem is. But these problems are complex. They're nuanced. They're not easy to define. And so when you use these kind of big terms and you use it with such polarizing words, of course it's going to set people off. So I don't know why people who say this thing are like, why men are surprised. Who wouldn't be? You know, if I look to the fact that, you know, black people predominantly have lower IQ scores, and I said, well, dumb blackness. And you would be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'd be like, no, I'm just referring to the people who are actually dumb. You would still take it the wrong way because of the time. I don't know. To me, it's just basic. This is super simple. But apparently what I'm saying is counterproductive, and it's reinforcing the idea that men are trash, and it's silencing the lived experience of women. I'm just like, man, hold other men accountable. Like, listen, I don't know anybody around me that catcalls.
No. And
If I found out if a guy was doing that, I'd check him.
real quick.
Right? I don't know anybody around me that sexually, if I knew a guy who's doing some Weinstein stuff, he wouldn't be my friend. We wouldn't associate.
If one of my friend Weinstein's, I Epstein.
That's pretty good. You know, so I'm like, I don't know. To me, the language, I get what you guys are trying to get at. I just think sometimes the words and especially saying that in public, you know, like having black women say that about black men in public. I don't condone a lot of stuff that black men say about black women, but you guys saying this either, like, to me, seems counterproductive. Because then other people are seeing this and other communities are seeing that. I'm like, oh, is that how they talk about each other? The women say men are trash and the niggas are saying like bitches ain't. It's not good. It's not. It's not good for her psyche. You know, I remember as a kid, like the first time like someone levied like a giant insult at me, right? Right? And they said, yo, you got monkey ears. That shit stayed with me forever. Imagine being a young kid and hearing your mom say like, yo, all men are trash. Like, that's the person that's raising you?
That stays.
That stays with you forever. So
one day me and my girl was playing and my sister was playing, and I said to my sister, I said a bad word. I called her stupid or something like that. I repeatedly called it. My dad stopped. It's like, yo, don't do that. And I was like, yo, we're just playing. Even if you're just playing,
yeah,
there's an impact.
Yeah.
And that's your sister.
Yeah.
So there's other games you can play than calling yourself stupid.
That's all. So listen, that's all we're going to say for today. We want to hear your thoughts. What do you guys think? Leave your comments below. Peace.
Yo, Abba, it's Friday. Don't forget to take out the trash.
So the response of, well, we're all trash, so why are you putting this on us? I think it's problematic because what it does is it diminishes and it silences the lived experiences of women, of oppression towards women. And no, it doesn't make sense to say we're all trash because women cannot systematically oppress men. So actually, no, women are not trash. And I don't fully understand why men continue to take the men are trash sentiment so personally.
Because you literally compare me to trash.
Talking about individuals, we're talking about systems.
No. If you talk about the system, talk about the system. But you can't say, I don't understand why why they take it so personally. We're talking about a system. Then talk about the system then. Because all this time, what you're saying is not talking about the system and saying men are trash. That's pretty, there's no really three ways with this. You understand what I'm saying? It's pretty direct. Men are trash. It's pretty direct. I don't hear system in there. I don't hear none of that. So if you want to talk about a system, talk about the system. That's fine. I'm for that. And yes, there are problems within that system that men implemented themselves with, and they're living and they're going through. Fine, I get that. And you're right. Yes, you guessed it. You was right. But what you say is not that. And what you say is men are trash. And when I think about that and I read the sentence, I see man, what they are, and trash.
All right.
All right. Sorry about that.